Well, this is podcast number 10. It's just gonna be me just freaking talking about anything, man, because I want to do the every time I always do podcasts, my computer always make that noise. Then I hear it on freaking playback of this video. But I'm trying to put these videos up and all of that. Because I'm trying to be faithful to my New Year's resolution of trying to get back into YouTube. But the thing is about that is that I really don't like something like calling my throat them eggs or something like. But I really don't upload the videos I used to upload. Now, I've been going through an internet struggle over here at my house because for the past like 2, maybe 3 weeks, we haven't had damn internet. We haven't had it. Not here. Like the only way I can upload this video is if I go to the freaking library and then upload it from there. That's the only way. And that's what I have been doing, and it has been working out. But here at my house, we haven't had internet. Like once my parents decided they didn't want to pay that satellite internet mess no more because it's super freaking slow. It's super freaking slow, and satellite internet depends on whether or not the weather is good outside. So, like they stopped paying that, and once they stopped paying that, we didn't have internet. But we get internet back tomorrow, like real. Real landline internet, and I'm gonna love it, man, because this freaking internet situation over here just be killing me. And plus, with Straight Talk on my phone, I got Straight Talk on my phone. I can't even really do the videos I want to do because, and I'm gonna tell you why I said Straight Talk. Why I told y'all I got Straight Talk on my phone. I can't even do the videos I want to do because, number one, I gotta work. I work 6 hours, like 4 days a week. After I work, I come home and then I detox from work until like I eat something and then I go to sleep. Usually during that time, if we have internet like we about to have tomorrow, I will watch a whole bunch of anime and stuff on YouTube and get caught up with everything, and then read manga and all of that. But I can't do that. I can't even watch stuff on YouTube, and I can't watch stuff on freaking I can't watch any manga. No, not manga, anime, because we don't have internet here. And the reason why I said Straight Talk on my phone is because for all y'all, I want to give y'all a word of warning. For all y'all who are trying to get Straight Talk or want to get it, and you like, dang. And let me tell you this, Straight Talk is good. Like, the service ain't bad. The prices for how many gigabytes of high-speed data you get is really good. And how many gigabytes of data you get is freaking good. You can get unlimited gigabytes of data. But you can't get unlimited high-speed gigabytes of data. That's the problem with Straight Talk. I got Straight Talk on my phone, and I bought this plan for $55 for 10 gigabytes of high-speed data. But it said unlimited talk, text, and data. So I'm thinking, hey, I don't know. Last time I was with US Cellular before I got with Straight Talk, and I was like, dang. When I was with US Cellular, I was paying $40 for freaking 4 gigabytes of high-speed data with talking text and all of that. And I was like, yeah, man, this ain't gonna work out. US Cellular, first off, is not enough gigabytes, and they're charging you hella money for that little bit of freaking gigabytes they even give you. So I went to Straight Talk. Straight Talk give me 10 gigabytes of high-speed 4G LTE data with unlimited talk, text, and data. But I saw on the card that it had a little comma, and then it said then 2G speed data. And I was like, what does that even mean? But I just put that in the back of my head. But once I found out what that meant, I was like, okay, Straight Talk is cool, but I would just rather stick with Verizon. Like, if you can't afford Verizon and stuff, 'cause I know Verizon charge you for everything. Man, listen, I don't know what you're gonna do, but I'm gonna stick with Straight Talk. It's just that if I had internet here at my house, I'd be cool. Like, I can't watch anime like that because I don't have internet here at my house. I would watch it on my phone because I do have unlimited data, but I don't have high-speed unlimited data. So I literally, like, my remote, my DirecTV remote, right, stopped working. No, it was one upstairs. Like, I'm downstairs, and it was one upstairs that stopped working in our living room. No, in our den. And I tried to fix it. And I went on my phone, like on the internet on my phone, and the internet on my phone worked pretty fine and stuff. But I clicked on a YouTube video that was literally a minute and 30 seconds. A minute and 30 seconds, mind you, long. And I tried to watch it with 2G speed because I used up my 10 gigabytes of high-speed data way early watching freaking YouTube videos with that slow, stupid tail internet satellite. That's how I used it up. And plus, like, me and my friends went to like a place that was like 40 minutes away, and we didn't know how to get there, so we just used my phone for freaking navigation, GPS, which killed my freaking data. But I didn't realize that until after it freaking happened, until after I lost all my freaking high-speed data. But that 2G speed, John, you got to look at that. Do not get one of those plans with the 2G speed, because once you use up your freaking 10 gigabytes or however many high speed of data you got, literally a 1 minute and 30-second video will take you. I only watched freaking like 10 seconds of that video, and it took probably around 20 some minutes in order for that shit to load. Like, I was so fucking mad, bro. I was just sitting there like, what in the fuck, man? Like, what in the fuck? Like, what is even going on? Why is it taking so freaking long? But then I realized that 2G freaking speed, after you use up your high-speed data, they'll send you a message. You have now used up your high-speed data. Now you will go down to 2G speeds and stuff. So, word of warning. If you get one of those type of plans, now you can get one if you got internet at your house, and you still can get, and you still want to have high speed like data and internet when you ain't at home. Get the 10 gigabyte data plan for $55. That's the best plan ever, other than like a plan at Verizon or something. Like, for real. Give you a lot of freaking high speed data for cheap. Because if you would get 10 gigabytes of high speed data in some place like US Cellular or T-Mobile or Sprint, they'll charge you $80, maybe $90 for that mess. So don't even do it. Don't even go to those places. But you gotta make sure that when you like at home or someplace, or you like chilling somewhere for a long time, you're not like out with your friends or someplace, and y'all out somewhere, or y'all on vacation or someplace like that, you gotta make sure you're around some freaking Wi-Fi so you can use the Wi-Fi and not your data. You gotta make sure you do. Hey man, that freaking I ate some sausages, some long sausages, and some freaking round sausages with some eggs and like some bread, and it stuck right here in my throat. But yeah, you gotta make sure you do that, man, because then you can conserve your data, and you'll have some high-speed data by the end of the month until you get ready to buy the next plan and stuff. But yeah, that's one thing I learned, and I'm gonna stick with Straight Talk because it's good. The calling is good, the texting is good. I don't get any interference reception-wise or nothing like that. The internet speed is tremendous. With the 10 gigabyte high-speed 4G LTE stuff, it's really 4G speed, dog. It's super fast. Like, for real, it is so freaking fast. and I don't even be having all my signal bars up. I be having like 2, maybe 3 at the most, and it be super fast, man. Like, I'm telling you, Straight Talk is still good, but just word of warning. But other than that, that's probably like the second or third time I done talked about Straight Talk in one of my podcasts. But other than that, I've been reading this book, man. I've been reading this book. Hold on. Right there. It's called The History of Money by Jack Weatherford. I am this much into it. Oh, y'all can see. Like that. Right there. That's how far I am. And I only got this book, I think 3 days ago. Today would be the 3rd day I have this book. Yeah, it'd be the third day I have this book. Either the 3rd or 4th day. Hold on. Today's the 3rd day. Yeah, the 3rd day I had this book, and I am on page 46. And I'm not one of those people who read really fast, but I don't read super slow. I just like to stop and make sure what I'm reading actually makes sense, and I actually know what I'm reading, and it stays in my brain. Like, if you just read something and then after you read it you don't even know what you just read, that's when you need to slow down, man. Like, this is what I've been doing. Like, every time I start reading or I start thinking about something while I'm reading and stuff, or if I read something and I don't know what the heck I'm reading, I go, okay, clear your mind, calm down. I take a deep breath, I clear my mind, I settle, and I go, what the hell did I just read? Or I need to read this over again. And then I read it over. And that's what you need to freaking do. But this ain't the only book I got from the library and stuff. I got also this book, which I haven't started on. This book, Wall Street Made Simple. This is what I got. It's a good book too. Well, I don't know because I haven't read it yet. Because I'm trying to read all of this book first before I even get into this book. But I got 2 weeks I got a couple more days. Well, I got 4 more days to read this book and finish it before I can start on this book and read it. Because I only, when I check these books out, the freaking guy told me, you got 2 weeks to bring them back. And I was like, dang, I gotta work, and sometimes I don't feel like reading, and then sometimes I just want to watch TV and stuff like that, and then I gotta eat, and then I gotta sleep. There's not enough time for me. That's not enough time for me to read these books, man, and finish them. But it is what it is, man. But I'm trying to get into things right now in my life. Learning how to get money is the most important thing. Learning how to get a lot of it is the most important thing, man. Because I'm moving out of my parents' house this year. So y'all won't see me in this freaking room no more after this year. And I'm trying to freaking just I'm trying to learn how to get money as much as possible right now. I'm not in that point in my life to where I'm trying to learn how to keep money. When I get in my 30s, well, I guess you can say you should learn all of that while you can. Don't wait around to learn one part, then wait get another time to learn the other part. Learn all you can at that time, which I should be doing, and I am going to be doing. So, but right now, I'm trying to learn how to make more money legally. Because I don't want to, I told y'all about that time this dude tried to offer me a job as a drug dealer. If I ain't tell y'all about that time, I'm going to tell y'all a quick little story. Alright, so I was at work, and my lunch break was coming up. And this is when, before I had a car, and I used to just go to the library that's literally down the street. Down the street, like you go down the street right here. You go down the street right here, and then you go down this street, and there's the library. That's how far away my job is from the library. And I used to go to the library on my lunch breaks. You know, and just used to like go there and use the internet there, because there ain't no internet, no Wi-Fi access at my freaking job. Where there is, but there is like, you got to have a password for it, and they not allowing us to have a password because freaking people use credit cards there, and they don't want nobody to come in and like try to hack it or whatever. They think we could do that, but whatever. They just take precautions. So on my lunch break, I was like, man, I'm gonna go to the library. I'm gonna use the internet. I'm gonna just chill there, eat my food there. I'm gonna chill there. So I walk out. I walked out of my job, go to the library. Cool, everything was cool. You know, I forgot what I watched that day. Then I came back. I started walking back to the library. Well, when I was going to the library, I remember seeing this car in the distance just sitting by this like now it's this like little, it's this little shelter where people who like off the streets and trying to get off the streets and stuff back in the main society and stuff. It's this shelter that's like right down one of the streets, and it's this car that with tinted windows like as black as this right here, man. As black as this right here, dog. Tinted windows like a mug. And I was looking at that car and I was like, that car don't look like it's safe, civilized people in there. You know what? I'm gonna go on the other side of the street, all the way over here, and then I'm just walk down this way like that. So that's what I did, going towards the library. And coming from the library, I saw the car again, but it was in a different spot. And some dude was in the window, you know, leaning on the window talking to, I guess, somebody that was in there. And then this dude just got up out the freaking driver's side and started walking towards me. And I'm like, because I'm walking this way going back to my job, and he got out the car that was like over here and walked around the back of the car and then walked over here towards me, and then just stopped in my path. And then as soon as I see him get out, I cut my freaking box cutter, because I was like, okay, nigga, I don't know what's going on, and I'm gonna have to fight. If something go down, I'm gonna have to fight. I'm gonna have to slice a couple of people, man. I might go to jail. Dang, what the heck, man. But then this dude, he was like, hey, how you doing? And I was like, hey, how are you? And he was like, do you wanna have a chance to make some money today? And I was like, nah, I gotta go back to work. And he was like, oh, you gotta go to work? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, oh, okay. And then I just walked on. And then when I got like maybe like 10, 20 feet away from the dude, I started power walking. I didn't want to run because I didn't want them to think of anything, but I started power walking. And then every like maybe 5 steps, I would do this. Look over my shoulder and stuff to see if those guys was following me and jump. But they wasn't following me and nothing like that. Just let me go. But when I got back in my job, I was working. I was like, wow, them dudes just tried to offer me a job as a drug dealer. Because, and this is how I know it was a job as a drug dealer, because 2 police cars, like I went to the library again that way, like some other time. Like it was like a week and a half after that. And I walked back through that way again going to the library. And it was 2 police cars sitting down like on opposite ends of the freaking street. Like waiting for, like trying to hide behind buildings and stuff. Waiting for like that some type of like deal or whatever was going on. They probably got a tip that somebody was selling drugs around there and stuff. Or like they was making deals with people or whatever. And I was like, wow, this dude tried to offer me a job to be a drug dealer. And here's the funny part about this. I told my friends and stuff, and they was like, man, you should have took that job. Like, the drug dealing game right now is hot. What you doing? You should have took that job, man, made that extra money. I was like, nigga, no. First off, I'm not getting involved with no Scarface motherfuckers. Or no freaking Beans niggas. I'm not getting involved with those type of guys. Secondly, I'm not going to jail, nigga. No, too many people in my family already went to jail. I'm not doing it. And lastly, if I'm gonna make that type of money, I want to make it in a way to where I don't have to go on back streets. I don't have to be in tinted window cars. I don't have to carry a gun. Like, come on, man. Like, no. But that was funny how they just said you better do that and stuff. That had me laughing. But that little story is just even more a reason for me to learn how to make freaking money. Like, but here's the thing, man. Learning the stock market is hard if you don't know anything about it. I know a little bit about the stock market because I used to be really into the stock market and stuff when I was in 10th grade, so I remember a little bit, but I don't remember everything. But I remember some stuff. And the only thing that's gonna trick me up and the hardest thing to learn is learning what company to invest in and learning what those freaking companies even are. Though that's the hardest thing to learn because the numbers ain't hard. The graphs, they ain't hard. This is when the stock went up. This is when it went down. That's the graph. The numbers, if it's red, that means that's the price that the company is selling the stock for. If it's green, that means that's the price that the company, no, if it's red, that means that's the price the company is buying, it's selling it. No, the company is me, and if it's red, if my number is red, that's how much I'm selling it towards you for. That's how much you're gonna buy it for in the red. But if it's in the green, if my number is in the green, that's how much I'm gonna sell it towards you. That's the highest I'm selling it towards you, and the number is on the up. That's how come it's in the green. And if the number is on the down, that's how much I'm gonna sell it not towards, but to you. That's how much I'm gonna sell it to you. Like, this is all stuff. Like, I know I'm jumbling over it, but I'm trying to get it straight. All right, if the number that you see beside a company, like say Joe Blow LLC, Joe Blow LLC selling you a stock that's in the red for freaking $7. Why is he selling you that stock for $7? Because nobody is buying it. Nobody is investing in the company. The company is on a slope downwards, so the price go down. And if they're on a slope downwards, the price go down, which means you can buy it for cheap. And once you buy it for cheap, it'll be cool. But if Joe Blow, who owned the company, don't want the company to be in the red, they want it to be in the green. They want the company to be in the green so the price can go up, so they can sell it, so they can sell the stock for a high price so they can get money. Like, if people buy your stock at a high price, that's good for you, because that's telling other people, like, hey, my stock in my company is doing really good. Here's why, here's the numbers and all of that. But if it's in the red and it's for a low price, that tells everybody, hey, maybe you shouldn't buy my stock. I mean, you could buy it and then hope that something happens to where my stock price will go up, and then you will make money. You will make money because I'm making money. But right now, my stock ain't really that good because I'm in the red and I'm down like a lot. But yeah, man, like, that's just most of the stuff I've learned in freaking in the stock market and all of that. But the hardest part for me to learn is gonna be learning what all those companies are and how to freaking invest in those companies without me losing my life. Like, that's gonna be the hardest part, man, because like, I still don't understand how a person can invest, like buy some stocks, and then once the stock crashes or whatever, they lose all of their assets. They lose their home, their car, their entire bank account. They be on the street. Like, I don't even understand how that even happens. And that's stuff that hopefully this book will help me learn. That's what I'm hoping. But I don't know. But all in all, man, that's the point I'm at in my life. That's the point I'm at right now. I'm not really 2 of my friends are still in college trying to graduate, even though I haven't been in college for 3 years. Because I went to college when I got out of high school, which was in 2012. I graduated in 2012. Like, 012, baby. Woo. And then I went to college that same year in 2012, October. I went to a university. It didn't work out. I didn't like it. So I dropped out of university. But then my parents forced me to go back into freaking college when I didn't want to. So I went to a community college. And I stayed there for like a year. I stayed there until it was time to take like the finals and stuff like that and the exams. And then I just said, I don't even want to do this no more. Like I hate this. I don't want to do this. So I dropped out. Then my parents forced me again to go to freaking really it was my mom forced me the 3rd time to go to freaking school, because after the 2nd time my dad was like, hey, forget it. I ain't paying that money no more. So then my mom forced me a 3rd time to go to freaking school. And this was in like 2013. Yeah. This was in 2014. Then, this is in 2014. Then, I went there for about a good couple of months. And then I was like, you know what, forget it. I don't even want to do this no more. I'm not about to be forced to do this no more. So then I just didn't go to college for 2014. And then 2015, 2016. But in 2016, I wanted to go back. Like, I actually had the zeal, and I wanted to go back to school to learn something and to like get some type of degree. So if I have like a sucker job, that I can make enough money to where I can live in my own place and pay the bills and all of that. Like, I wanted that, but something happened to where I didn't have the money for it, and my FAFSA wouldn't, like, I couldn't get financial aid and stuff, and I don't really know why. So I couldn't even go back there. So then I just was like, you know what, man, forget it. I'm about to just find a job, and once I find a job, I'm just gonna freaking. Actually, in 2015 that happened, because in 2016 was when I got back into YouTube. No. 2000. Actually, yeah. Alright, I went to the 2 community colleges in 2013. And then that's when I stopped. In 2014, I didn't do anything. In 2015, I was talking about going back to school and stuff, and I went back to school. But then my FAFSA stuff and all of that didn't go through. I couldn't pay to go to school. So that was cool. Then because in 2015 is when I got back into doing YouTube. Because I was doing YouTube before 2015, but then I just kind of like just stopped and stuff. Like, I was one of the beginning guys who was doing freaking, not one of the beginning guys like in 2010 and stuff, doing anime on YouTube. But before the anime YouTube scene just took off, once everybody thought that they could actually do what we do, is freaking analyze, critique, and predict anime and manga and all of that, and then talk about anime and all that stuff. Once before, it was a sweet spot to where if you was good and you knew what you was doing and you could do it, you got in at that point in time. And that was like from 2012 to 2014. It was a 2-year span, because from 2010 is when Forever World and all the like the guys, like the early guys, Misty Chronexia, freaking Yokorama, all of those guys from the early days of YouTube started doing YouTube. That's when they started, and they didn't have a single subscriber. They probably only had like 100. Having 100 subscribers back then was like having 400,000, like what Forever World has now. Like, that's how big it was. That's how small the community was on YouTube back then. But once people Like, cause once we saw, see, I'm trying to explain it, so just bear with me. But once, like, people like me, who actually have some talent at doing this, once we saw freaking those guys do it, we was like, hey man, like, I can get in front of the camera and be, you know, entertaining and stuff like that. We did it. We got in front of the camera. We started to be entertaining. We started to grow our channel. But now, it really doesn't matter. Like, I got into doing YouTube in 2010. That's when I did it. But my old freaking channel, I don't even know if my old channel is even up on YouTube. Like, I have no idea what I called it. I forgot completely. And I think I either deleted the videos or what. But I remember doing videos in 2010. But it wasn't anime videos. I didn't get into anime until like 2010. Like, when I started doing freaking videos on YouTube, I wasn't really into anime in order to do anime videos on YouTube. Like, I was talking about freaking the NBA All-Star game and like sports and current news and stuff like that. That's what I was talking about and stuff. And I was getting, like, you know, good, decent views and stuff, like a couple of hundred views of video and stuff for me to start back then. But then, once I got into anime, I started really doing anime, like, reviews and stuff like that on YouTube in 2012. And I started doing manga chapters and stuff like that in 2012. But then I stopped for a good little while after that and didn't get back into doing YouTube until 2015. Yeah, I stopped a good little while. I did YouTube for about 2 years, 2000, from 2012 to probably 2000 and the beginning of 2014 or the end of 2013, and I just stopped. And then I didn't get back into it until 2015. That, like, for real. And around that time, from 2012 to 2014, was when people who actually had talent was coming up in the game. And I didn't know if I stayed doing those type of videos and stuff and stayed in it, that I would have thousands of subscribers and stuff. I didn't know that. But now, YouTube has become, like, and it started last year. It started last year, which messed me up, because once I tell y'all this story, some of y'all gonna believe it, some of y'all not. But it started last year. The anime YouTube community has become what the gaming community has become. Like, what the gaming community is, which is a whole bunch of niggas who think they know what they doing, getting on YouTube, doing some stuff. Now, there is some people in there that do a good job and do know what they doing and do it well. But it's just becoming a hodgepodge of just BS and stuff like that. Like, so, like, I was just thinking, I just had a split thought right there, that some of the reaction channels messed up the anime community. And I'm going to explain how this happened. Because when the reaction craze was going on, when Tyrone Magnus and Ryan Reacts or whatever, and Akasan Gator and all those guys, and Jinx and them dudes was starting to rise by doing reaction videos, people that was doing reaction videos to anime started to rise as well. And the reason why I say it kind of messed it up is because that took away from what we do and put it on to what those guys do. Like, it's so many people that react to freaking anime that's not, like, real anime fans and stuff like that. And I know that kind of sound like, whoa, but it's just a lot of people, like, they just aren't anime fans and they think they are. And they just phony. Like, I don't even know how to explain it, man. Like, they just phony. And I don't like it. But it's like a weird thing of how the freaking excuse me, the freaking reaction craze messed up the anime community a little bit. Because you just had a whole bunch of buttfuckery channels popping up everywhere and stuff. And while I'm talking about the anime community and what's messing it up, I'm getting tired. And I don't care what you call me. I don't give a fuck. You don't know me, I don't know you. But you do know me because you looking at me and stuff, and you looking at my face and you seeing me and all that. But I really don't care what you call me. But I'm getting sick and tired of freaking girls coming in the community doing anime videos on YouTube for a good couple of months, get literally in like a month or 2 months anywhere from 1,000 to like 5,000 subscribers, and then just stop it. Like that don't just it irks me a little bit, man, because it's like it's some manga man had said that one time when he was like, girls coming in the community, do it for a couple of months, get a lot of subscribers, and then quit because they think it's really freaking easy to just come in the community and do that. And then they look at us and be like, why haven't you got as many subscribers as I have? I only been doing this for literally 2 weeks. You've been doing this for 2 years and you still ain't got, you still only get like 1 subscriber like a month. And I get probably 1 subscriber a minute. Like, what's wrong with you? And stuff. And you just be like, cuz you a freaking like girl. Like, it's some, let's be honest, it's some social outcast weird dudes in the anime community, man. Let's just be honest. That's how come. And it's a, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of girls in the anime community, so I can understand them subscribing to a chick. But come on, man, girls growing up that freaking fast in the community, it's kind of like, I'm having thoughts here. It's kind of like if like during, let's say during, let's say during the 50s and stuff, when the first black person won that Oscar. Like, when that first black lady had won that Oscar, I don't know if y'all know who I'm talking about, but it was like during the 50s or something like that. Like, the first black person that ever won an Oscar, and it was like some lady, and she played like some, like Aunt Jemima. She played Aunt Jemima in like some type of fucking movie or whatever. I don't even know. It probably wasn't even in the 50s. It was like early 1900s or something like that. Like, it was during the early days of freaking black and white films and stuff. But she won that Oscar and stuff, and after she won that, like, a whole bunch of black people started flocking towards her and started paying more attention. White people started going, hey, what's going on? Why is she getting so much attention? It's because, like, that's the first one. Like freaking, who was it? The first guy that joined, it was like the first guy in football, or the first guy in basketball, first black guy in football, first black guy in basketball. It was like, okay, perfect. How can this is the correlation between girls in the anime community and girl anime reviewers. Perfect. Eminem. Before Eminem, there was the Beastie Boys, Marky Mark, and like some other white rapper that I don't know about. But the Beastie Boys and Marky Mark actually made people go, who the heck are these guys? But they never was respected and liked. Then Eminem came along in the late 90s and the early 2000s and was even bigger than the Beastie Boys and the freaking and Marky Mark, and was respected and liked among black rappers because he was brought in by Dr. Dre, and he grew up in the underground scene, and he was a real true rapper, and he loved the art. So they accepted him more than the Beastie Boys and Marky Mark and stuff like that, and whoever was before those guys or whatever. And then that's when a whole bunch of like white people who liked rap but wasn't open about it started to become really open about liking rap and stuff like that. And then a whole bunch of black people was like, hey, why the heck are they feeling this dude like that? Like, what the heck is going on with that? Like, they just feeling this guy like that. Like, come on, man, we do the same thing too. But it's like, it's because they was rap fans, but now they have a person who is one of them that's big in the game. Like, that's how come they like supporting him so much and loving him like a lot. But I'm trying to think of another person, of a person who's like black that I know of, that's like the exact same thing that's with it. Like, I don't know if y'all understand what I'm talking about, but I hope that y'all are. Like, for real, I hope that y'all are. Y'all understand what I'm talking about. I'm just trying to explain it better, man. Like, I know y'all know what I'm talking about, man. Like, the reason why these girl anime reviews does so good is because there's a lot of girls in the anime community, but you don't really know that unless you really know that. Like that chick Violet Moon. That chick Violet Moon could have been the girl for Neverworld, but she stopped. That girl that used to go with freaking Code Provider and broke up with him over some stupid crap. From what we know of, we don't really know what was the real truth. But from what we heard, the reason why she broke up with Code Provider was because she found out that he was going to freaking hentai shops in Japan when he used to live in Japan and stuff like that, or if he still does live in Japan. And she thought that was basically cheating, that he was going into hentai shops buying hentai, and she broke up with him over that. And I was like, all right, like, this is stupid, like, this is dumb. But apparently that's why they broke up. But she could have been the girl for Neverworld, because she actually, let me go ahead and say this, she was good looking, but that's not the reason why I even considered subscribing to her. That's not the reason. The real reason is because she actually was good at reviewing, and her videos was entertaining. That was the real reason. But most of the reason why she was so big as she was because she was good looking. Like, let's just be honest. It was because of that. But when you sit back and actually watch her freaking videos and not look at her like she was a freaking object, you go, oh, this is actually pretty good. Okay. Yeah, this is good. So, for all those girl anime reviewers out there, man, just keep doing what you're doing. Like, for real. Now, I don't know how, like, you as a girl anime reviewer can keep growing from doing what you're doing. Like, if you're not gonna do what Tub Girl did, with getting a bathtub full of like rose petals and soap and stuff, and do an anime review in the freaking bathtub job, you're not gonna stoop to that level. It's gonna be pretty hard for you getting the numbers, getting the amount of subscribers you need in order to make it to a level of like what King of Lightning did, to where he was fighting for a long time, then he finally got to 100,000 subscribers after like 4 years or like 5 years of doing it and stuff. But yeah, I'm just looking at my TV over here. It was crazy. But yeah, like, I don't know what you could do, but hey, keep the good fighting on, whatever. Speaking of anime, some manga I was reading. I'm reading right now. I'm still reading The Promised Neverland, but I'm reading like the ending, where not the ending, where Togashi, I said Togashi, where Togashi had like stopped. I'm reading right now. I'm on chapter 349 of the Hunter x Hunter manga, and I am going to read up to where Togashi stopped. Now, I don't know what's going on with Togashi. I don't know why he's freaking taking so many breaks. Everybody says it's because of health. It's because he want to like stop and all that stuff. Like, come on. For real, if your back is hurting, everybody kept saying that his back was hurting, or he had a problem with his knees, or he was getting really sick or something like that. Like, How in the world is he like that? Is he like Samuel Jackson from Unbreakable, nigga? Like, what the heck? This dude just keep freaking getting injured. It's almost seeming like he's making this up, or he's freaking just saying it. He's just over exaggerating the truth in order not to write. And he's a freaking mangaka. Like, why does he do this? And one more thing I want to add: why the heck does the anime look like it looks, and the manga looks like it looks? That's one thing I noticed, because I never read the Hunter x Hunter manga before, like my last podcast when I was telling y'all about the Promised Neverland and all of that. I never read it before then, but I'm reading it now, and I'm like, why the heck do they look? Why is the art style like this in the manga but not in the TV show? Like, not in the anime. Like, what's going on? I don't understand this. Like, every other anime series that's out there that I know of is exactly like it is in the manga. Like, when you look at One Piece in the manga, that's exactly what it is in the anime. When you look at One Punch Man in the manga, that's exactly what it is in the anime. Like, what the heck? It almost seems like the manga is a lesser version art style than the anime. And it's supposed to be the other way around. Like, because it takes a long tail time in order to create it's expected to be the other way around, but it's not supposed to be. Because the anime takes a long tail time in order to create. And the freaking, depends on how many animators you got and how many different type of art styles they want to go with. It could be an assortment of things that could happen during the anime and stuff. You see what happened to Terraform Mars, Terraform Revenge? Like, the first season of Terraformers was amazing. It was incredible. It was so good. Then they come back with the second season, and you like, oh my God, if somebody don't get that stinky BS away from me. Like, I'm about to take a crap on this, and then feed it to a lion and let him shit it out, and then feed that to a shark and then let him shit it out. Like, it's just so bad. Like, just get out of here. Get out of here, man. I don't even care. That's what happened with that. So the freaking art in the Hunter x Hunter manga makes me go, huh? But the art in the anime makes me go, yes. But that's just weird to me how that is. That's all. It's just weird to me how that is. Other than that, oh yeah, nothing else been going on in my life except it's this chick that's been living with us, and like my mom, she's like this person. I think my mom has like some type of like psychology degree that's not really a psychology degree. I'm not sure. She has some type of degree that is not a psychology degree, like how you go to school for psychology. But it is some type of degree in psychology or something like that. Well, she has this group home to where like a whole bunch of kids who like messed up and stuff like that, or if they like depressed, or if they crazy, or if they just need somewhere to go occupy their mind or something like that, they go to her group home and stuff. And it's like this one chick that's just been, I'm thinking she like don't have nowhere to go. So she just been living here with us for a good while. For 2 days now. And well, today is the second day, so 2 days now. And I think she deals with depression. Like deep depression. To where almost killing yourself, but not really. So I mean, I try to smile, try to be nice and stuff like that to keep her spirits up. But that's all I can do, man. And other than that, ain't nothing else been going on in my life. Still trying to figure out how the heck I can make more money and keep it and grow it. That's what you want to do. You want to make the money. You want to learn how to keep it. Then you want to learn how to grow it. That's how you build wealth. That's what people do. This is how you have wealth. Either you make money, learn how to keep it, then grow it, and then becomes into wealth, or you get an inheritance from your guardian or your parents or your family that's already wealthy. That's already did the first thing I said. That's what happens with wealth and stuff. And I learned that by reading this book. And it talks about the Lydians and how the Lydians had this guy Croesus was the richest man in history and stuff, and how his family, the Lydians, had left him a fortune that's beyond great and stuff like that. And yeah, I just paused right there because I'm trying to think of what the heck did I read. Like, I'm trying to remember and stuff. But yeah, just research the guy Croesus. It's spelled Croesus. Croesus. Croesus and stuff like that. But yeah, cool beans. This podcast been all over the place. Ain't nothing else to talk about, man. Like, for real. Oh yeah, Double Four versus Forever World. I didn't talk about that. If you know the history, if you've been in the anime community for as long as I have, you already knew all of that. Just, okay, if you want to know more, go to Manga Means channel, subscribe to him. When he does a live stream, ask him about Double Four. He'll tell you everything you need to know about Double Four, the Anime Mafia, Forever World, and every Bob Samurai, James Hansen, all of those guys. The Phone, all of those guys. Code Provider, literally everybody. He'll tell you about them, the history, the dirt they done did, and everything. He'll tell you everything, because me been in the community for as long as I have, and been doing anime reviews and been in the anime community for longer than I have and stuff. So he know about all of that, because he used to be in Skype calls and stuff with all of those guys, talking to him and stuff. Like, for real, like the Anime Mafia tried to freaking get me to become one of them, and he said no, and they attacked him. Forever World was the Don of the Anime Mafia. He'll keep saying he ain't. That nigga will lie to your face like it ain't nothing, bro. Everybody know that he was the Don of the Anime Mafia and kept telling people to go do this to people channels and take down their channels and stuff. And trolls like freaking Double Four, what he used to be. Double Four used to be a massive troll. He used to go do it with the Phone and a couple of other people. Go flag people's videos and get their channel deleted and taken down off of YouTube, and get strikes on people's videos and stuff. That's what used to happen. And Mean will tell you how when Double Four, because Mean is like freaking, Manga Mean, he like 25, almost. I think he about to turn 26 this year. He used to freaking be in like Skype calls and stuff with Double Four, when Double Four was like freaking 13, 14 back in like 2010, 2011. Like, and Double Four used to be like doing homo stuff, and then used to like ask Mean if Mean would be his boyfriend and stuff like that. Like, just a whole bunch of weird stuff. And Mean was like, and he was telling me this, and Mean was like, nah. He used to show me pictures of freaking kids his age that was naked and stuff like that, like little boys and stuff. Be like, oh, is he so cute? And Mean used to be like, what the heck? Listen, man, whatever you do is whatever you do. I mean, I ain't against you. It's just that I don't go that way. Like, I don't go that way, so can you stop doing that? But Double Four wouldn't stop doing that to Mean, so Mean had to get rid of him. Just go to Manga Mean's channel, subscribe to him, and ask him about it. He'll tell you. Like, for real. But other than that, everything that Forever World said was true. But the only thing that I don't get, here's what's tripping me out. when I watched that Finesse World video and he was talking about the LA trip when him and Finesse World, when him and Double Four did a video together and stuff like that. And I was like, what the heck is wrong with you, Finesse World? If you previously, before this trip, didn't like the dude and wanted to stop being friends with the guy, why in the world would you go on a trip with the dude or let the dude come on a trip with you and your family? Why would you do that? That's starting to make me go, okay, something, they're not saying the whole truth. Because that don't make any sense. If I don't like a dude, I'm not going to invite him on a freaking trip, a vacation with me and my family. Are you joking me? Get the heck out of here. Like, that don't even make any sense. Like, that's the joint that don't make no sense to me. Why in the world was he even with y'all in the first place on that trip? Like, what are you talking about, Finesse World? Like, come on, man. This dude talking out the side of his neck. What in the world? That just didn't make any sense, man. And then he did videos with the guy. And I remember him and Double Four taking pictures with each other and stuff like that. And it's just, like, listen, some of the stuff in the video about the LA trip that Finesse World said could be true. I wasn't there, so I don't know about the jump when he was like, him and his dad was talking, and then Double Four just got up and cut off the light and was like, I'm going to sleep, can y'all stop talking? And just disrespecting him and his dad, like, okay, now that could be very true, like, I don't know. And then Finesse World starts saying his name, like, this is Tim talking to you, Tim. It's like, okay, if you say your government name, how in the world is that going to make me feel like you actually telling the truth? Why would I even think that you telling the truth just because you say that? Now, it could be very true, but then again, it could be. I don't really know. But other than that LA stuff, everything else that Finesse World said is true. Is 100% the truth. Some stuff in the LA story he said about him and his family taking that trip to LA with Double Four. Some of the stuff could be false. Let's go 50-50 on that story. That's what I got on it, 50-50. But other than that, pretty good, yeah. And that's all I got of that. And then freaking Code Provider put out a video and attacked Sawyer. Then Sawyer put out a video and came at Code Provider. Then Code Provider put out a video and apologized. Then Sawyer, I think, apologized in one of his videos. Yeah, and that's it. Yeah, that's all I got to talk about. And I just want to say this before I end this video. Shout out to Chibi. Keep doing your thing. Shout out to Anime Rick, Manga Main, King of Lightning, Uber Hikari. Come back. Stop playing. Stop playing around with you talking about you want to come back and you teasing niggas, but yeah, you ain't coming back, niggas. Stop playing and come back. Uber Black Man. What the heck happened, nigga? We need an explanation. Like, create another channel, man, and send it out on your Google Plus, like on your Facebook. Like, niggas know that your channel came back. Like, what the heck happened? And all of that. Shout out to all of those guys. Shout out to Finesse World. Like, I don't really mess with Finesse World like I used to. I used to be subscribed to him, but now I'm not after I learned everything that happened. I haven't been subscribed to him in like 2 years. But shout out to him. Shout out to Anime Select, this chick I'm subscribed to. Shout out to Miss Art. I like watching their videos. Shout out to everybody that's just doing anime videos on YouTube because they love doing anime. Shout out to all of that. And fuck Roger Base. And fuck Code. And fuck Phone. And everybody else that's associated with it. Oh yeah, and Glass Reflection. Fuck you.